Hey, what is going on, everybody? Boilon here, back for another video on Raid Shadow Legends. Happy Tuesday. And there's not a lot going on today until some more of the fusion events drop tomorrow. But this has actually given me some time to think about, and I haven't spoke about this really since it began. And that's the Demon Coalition event. I've been staring at my screen for my points on this some time and also been watching very, very slowly as the community's global points come to a crawl. I initially really liked this event, but it soon became clear that as far as a coalition event goes, this probably is one of the worst events that I've seen Plarium run. I've only been playing for about 15 months now at this point, so I mean, I haven't been around forever to see everything. But to this day, I mean, I have been around since the coalition events started, I think, to become a thing, and this one is not so good. We're going to be talking about why, and we're going to talk about what I actually think that they did right and what they could have really worked on. Now, before we get started with the rest of the video, I do want to remind people that if you haven't started playing Raid yet, what are you waiting for? Download using that QR code in the top right hand of the screen to get Tholan Falbeard absolutely free. Also, Stagnite, Rector Drath, and Farrakhan the Fat at accounts level 10, 20, and 30. Don't forget that you can also get yourself hands on this amazing Void legendary support champion by the name of Tahanarak. Use the promo code Desert Queen in the first 48 hours of a brand new account. Okay, so let's talk about this event. I got to 7940 points. Pretty good. I'm sitting here staring at this 1.7, right? As I'm sure many of you are as well. Like I don't know, actually, I feel like it's barely moved in the last little while. 1.5 came, I don't know, like over a week ago, I think. But yeah, everything else has been crawling ever so slowly. I was expecting that we would eventually get to the 2x and the 2 billion. Now, I don't know if we've ever come into this situation where, is Plarium going to have to basically fake points for us to get there? Because I feel that there is a finite limit to what the player base can actually do, because once you've done this, there's realistically not a lot of ways to improve your scores on this beyond getting better characters. I mean, yeah, you can feng shui a little bit, maybe push a little bit, but there's a pretty big difference, I think, between 25 million, which is the third point score, and 85 million. Like, it's like almost four times the jump there in damage compared to the 2 million to, I still feel the 2 million to 25 million gap is pretty big as well. They could have had better milestone gaps, 2 million, 15 million, 35 million, and then I don't know, 75 million, something like that, right? They could have like add more gaps in there to add more point break points. And this is really difficult for me because a lot of my, aside from stage one, and I just barely cleared stage four, stage two, three, and five, I'm nowhere, like it's not happening. It's just not happening for me. And I think the biggest disappointment that I have about this coalition event is actually that they released it all at once. All the state they did, when they dropped it, they dropped all five stages at the same time. So it didn't really give players anything to work on in between. A lot of people did in the first couple of days, which is fine. It's their right to do that, of course. But I feel like had they dropped a stage every week or every 4 or 5 days and it unlocked slowly, progressively, it also might have given us more things to do during this time as well. A lot of us, I would say, are not really coming back to this, right? They did it in the first week, and then either could do it or you couldn't do it, right? And that's really the end of it. Where am I sitting on my rankings? Oh, actually, I got knocked out of second place. I was at second place for a little while. I don't think I don't think I'm gonna be pushing to try. I don't care that much actually about this. The relic items are actually pretty decent, but yeah, I don't care that much. So yeah, where am I with the clan ranking? Oh, I'm actually number one in my clan rankings as well. Although we have a few people that are close behind. My point is that, well, some of these are just, they're really hard, right? Like they're the choices, and I have a lot of characters in my roster, but realistically, I just don't think I'm gonna make it to with my I guess with my gear and champion combos. I just don't think I'm gonna make it to 85 million on any of these. I was barely able to do it on this one on stage 4, which was like dwarves. I have a huge selection of dwarves, so that was like probably the only reason I was able to do this with Androck, just barely. Hilvi was actually pretty crap. Maybe I would have done a little bit better with. I had the offense defense down. Yeah, I mean I had a lot of things covered. Maybe I could have used Mikey or maybe Mikage actually to extend buffs more. But yeah, I guess Hilvi didn't really. Although she gave speed up though, but aside from that, the rest of her stuff was pretty useless. So I'm not sure if I could. Can you burn him? Can you like do the damage reflection with Geomancer? That might have done more. Uko actually might have done more. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't matter. I mean, I already hit the 85 million. I don't really care about the 10 points all that much. Although I am 60 points from 8K, and if we hit this, we'll get to 16. Oh no, there's nothing at 16K. So I'll get this right. If we hit the 2x here, I will get these immortal artifact sets from the mythical pieces. But aside from that, we got the M barrel too, so that's not bad. My point is that like if there's nothing to grind, first of all. So some of you might remember the coalition event that we had when Cassandra first came out, and it was to do like the one we had before that as well, where there was a lot of quests, I guess, that you could clear that had to do more instead of with this, it had to do with dungeons, right? That you could go into the dungeons and some of them said, I don't know, clear Fire Knight hard mode 10 with epics, or Ice Golem 10, or Ice Golem hard 2, or whatever it is, Ice Golem 20 with there was a lot of restrictions in character usage. But there was also stuff that you could grind, right? There was like unlimited points that you could get with like Minotaur's Labyrinth, or I don't know, X Dungeon, right? Or Potion Keeps, or whatever the fuck they were, right? Arena. There was like arena ones with Tag Arena and Classic Arena and just arena wins, right? And so there was lots of ways where you could just grind the points out. Unfortunately, there's none of that in this one because there's literally nothing you can do once you've kind of hit your ceiling. And so that's why these things are happening at a snail's pace. Now, would they put fake points in? I don't know if this is. I have no idea. Right, this is the first time I've ever I don't even know if we can get to the end because there's obviously some issues here with the. You know what? I'm not even sure if they fixed this because I heard that people got this. Did they fix it where you could use Titus? On maybe did they fix it? I heard there was some issues where people had like Titus and they it was bugged and stuff. It looks like maybe they did because the only thing I see now is Toshiro, but there was initially people that had like insane points that came from the Titus big hit thing that was supposed to be broken with the shield not being able to be extended, like the parts of his kit, right? So I don't know what ever happened to that. I don't really care that much about the top leaderboards anyways, but that was just something else that happened very early on in the Demon Coalition event. But yeah, just the progress on this, I don't see it happening. And I think what would have been better would have been some way to make it more interesting. It was like a 5-week event. We have like 3 weeks left, and there's nothing to be excited about anymore. So had they kind of released it I don't know, different stuff, or they rotated, maybe maybe there was like a stage 6, and that stage 6 rotated once a week so that we could get more points towards the coalition event, right? In some sort of grindable way, then that would have made sense as well, instead of dropping it all at once and then not having anything else for us to do. So that part was disappointing. I think the idea was good. I like the idea of, going into battle against a new version of the Demon Lord, something that we've been doing constantly on simming, like over and over again every single day in Demon Lore, regular Demon Lords. I think the idea was good. I actually kind of enjoyed being able to use my rosters in a variety of different ways to fight a new version of Demon Lord. I did have fun in the beginning, right? But it just wasn't well executed, I guess is what I want to say, because I had fun for the very brief like 1 or 2 days where I was doing it, and then after that there was nothing really else to look forward to. But I like the creativity behind altering the boss that we have been running on sim for so long and trying something different. Would I want to see them do a tainted Hydra? Maybe, maybe if the execution is a little bit better, right? I mean, I guess we already have that with the way that we have to basically use 18 characters across Hydra. But I think that it could be interesting to see some of these other clan bosses in a tainted way, just that the execution of this coalition event needs to be a little bit better. That's just my thoughts. I would be interested to know what your guys' thoughts are, though, in the comments down below. And as always, before we get going, though, I want to remind people that if you haven't started playing Raid yet, what are you waiting for? Download using the QR code in the top right hand of the screen to get Tholen Falbeard absolutely free. And also we have the 3 epics that I forgot to push the button on: Stag Knight, Rector Drath, and Farrakhan the Fat at accounts level 10, 20, and 30. And don't forget that you can also get the Void Legendary Support Champion to Hanorak, and all you got to do is use the promo code Desert Queen in the first 48 hours of a brand new account. I don't want this to discourage Plarium from doing something good and fun, but they need to go back to the drawing board a little bit and find a better way to kind of roll this out the next time they decide to do something like this. That's it for me, everyone. Have a great day, and I'll see you all in the next one.
And if you like this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and you'll be greatly helping out the channel. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys on the next one.